Welcome to Melissa Honey Speaks, where we chat about feminine magic, mindset, and manifesting. I'm your host, Melissa Honey. Hey, honeybees. Welcome back to another episode of Melissa Honey Speaks. Let's chat about mirror work. So, when we think about feminine magic, mindset, and manifesting, we think about how do we get into a place where we can manifest and attract the things that we want, and how do we become the person that we want. And part of that is changing our subconscious mind, which is the part of our mind that runs everything, right? And we do a lot of things consciously, and a lot of those things that we do consciously, we actually learned through our subconscious, through repetition. So with mirror work, I want to talk about how we use mirror work to help us change the thoughts that we have, and help us talk nice to ourselves, and help us to attract the things that we want by becoming the person. Because when we think about becoming, like on the last episode, when we think about becoming the person we want to be, how does that person show up? We have to use a little bit of mind work, thought work, mindset work to get us to a place where we can show up as the person that we want to be. So I thought about, I purchased a book by Louise Hay called Mirror Work, probably beginning of the year, and I didn't really use it, right? So I made a commitment to myself to use the book. It's a 21-day mirror work book, right? So it's 21 days to go through the book. So I'm going to do a 21-day workshop with that book in mind, kind of like a book club. But for 21 days, I'm going to work on that mirror work, because what happens is that we forget that everything takes repetition. We can't just do mind work or thought work for a couple of days and it become part of ourselves. Maybe some people can, but most people, it takes at least 21 days to make something into a habit, to become who we want to be, to change the way we think about ourselves, to change the way we talk about ourselves on a continuing basis. Of course, when we start doing it continually, so you set the habit of every day I'm going to talk to myself nicely. Every day I'm going to do X, Y, Z, right? And we get sidetracked, all the things, but you have to commit yourself to actually being repetitive and doing the thing. So with the mirror work workshop, we're going to just take a mirror and use it to talk to ourselves, to change our subconscious minds about the way that we feel about ourselves, the way that we think about ourselves, the things that we do for ourselves. It's like the ultimate self-care is mirror work. It's like, because we want to become this new person, we want to have these new experiences, we want to have these new circumstances come to us. And in order to do that, we have to really change the subconscious mind, and really have to heal ourselves through the subconscious, because healing, of course, it can be done consciously, because we consciously make the effort to do the things. But once it becomes part of our subconscious, everything becomes much easier and becomes clearer. And you don't have to work as hard to maybe change your thoughts, because you're doing it on a subconscious level. And that's where change has to happen, because we can force ourselves to do certain things. We can force ourselves to lose weight. We can force ourselves to talk nice to ourselves. But until we actually absorb all that information into our subconscious mind, we are actually just doing hard labor. And who wants to do hard labor all the time to make ourselves change? Of course, that's part of the work, is doing the action work it takes to become who we want to be. But part of it is, how do we change how we actually feel within ourselves? How do we change what we're going to bring to us if we're not changing it on a subconscious level? So mirror work is about changing what we are experiencing, changing who we are as a person on a subconscious level, because we want to do that so that it becomes easier. Once we change the subconscious, what we attract becomes easier, because we have found like the inside route, the inside track, right? We have the inside knowledge of how to change who we are, what we are, and what we want to become, right? We have all that we need on the inside, right? Because when we change our minds, we are changing who we can become. Because if we're not changing our minds from the inside, then how can we change who we're going to be long term? This is for long term success. Because sometimes, if you've force yourself to to lose weight or you become rich overnight, oftentimes those changes don't last because we haven't done the work on a deeper level. So the mirror work workshop is about doing the work on a deeper level. So I invite you to our mirror work workshop, which begins on September 1st. There's a Facebook group and all those things, so that you can join us in this free workshop for 21 days. You can pick up the book on Amazon. I'll link all the links in the description below. And just so that we can work together on changing our mindsets and who we want to become, because it's coming to the end of the year. We want to make some solid and some humongous changes. We want to attract humongous. We have set humongous goals for ourselves for the rest of this year into next year. So we do want to take that. We want to take that time and make sure that we are embedding that healing, those practices, that mindset. All the things we want to put in ourselves, we want to make sure that we're putting it in, we're instilling all the things that we need on the inside to heal ourselves and to attract and manifest the things that we desire. So hopefully, I'll see you in the workshop. Like I said, the links will be in the bio. Talk to you soon. Thank you for listening to my podcast. Be sure to follow Masani Speaks on Spotify, Apple, Google, iHeart, Deezer, and you can also catch me on YouTube.